hurt him a lot.
Jesus help us. Come on, they do the hustle, get up early in the morning. Hit the clock, brush your teeth, it's the morning. The world's yours, player, time to get the ball in. Let's put.
Hey guys, Crazy here. I want to go over a new game. Well, not really a new game. Just a game I've been playing for a little bit. So, played Magic the whole time I was a kid. Really big fan of it, but I stopped playing for quite a while. It's probably been like 10 years plus. Got on here and it's been great. So I figured I'd make a video, let people know. Let me explain kind of what you go through on the game for anybody that's interested, that maybe has played Magic in the past but hasn't got on here. Or anybody's just kind of like, oh, that's a lot of stuff to do. I don't know if I want to play Magic. I'll just go over both those. And then mainly to get into that, I've been making a lot of different decks and builds on it, pretty much, kind of like what the channel's about. So I figured I'd go over a couple of those here soon. All right, so the game's split into just a few different things that you're going to do. So when you first get on, for people that have never played, you're going to get on and you're going to do this color challenge here, which
There is no
gonna
greater treasure
go through each
than
different
quiet times with friends.
color, and you're going to fight against the computer. And then after you kind of get the hang of what the deck is, you're going to go against a real player here. And it's going to reward you a couple of cards and different styles and whatnot. You see, nice little 60 card deck. They give you a lot of little things. They're going to give you a few different things that you can use in your commander decks only. And then they're going to give you some stuff that you can use kind of in all formats. So it's pretty nice. After you beat those, you go to the starter deck duel here, and you're going to pick one of each starter deck. And these are a little bit more spicy. These have a lot more options to do for you, like just in the cat deck alone here. Take a look. You get a couple you get a mythic rare and some rares that really work together. And this starts teaching you kind of how to like combo together different types of colors and whatnot. So if you're new to Magic, not really daunting at all. Decks like this are going to be nice and easy. So it's just kind of like, hey, did you get a cool looking creature? Put it on the board. Oh, did you get a spell that says it does something? Put it down, and then the computer will kind of tell you what it does. You know, so like this one, put a +1/+1 counter. So this creature gets bigger, a lot stronger, and then it does its damage to another creature. Pretty easy to understand. And I thought this was pretty fun. I like the starter deck stuff for people that are new, because when you go through this, you're against a real person every single time, but they're stuck with the same kind of decks that you have here. So there's nobody doing any weird shenanigans where you're like, wow, what the hell was that combo that just killed me? And I just don't even know what they did. None of that goes on. They're doing the same decks you are, and it makes it pretty fun. So I would do this quite a few times. It says 3 wins, but you're going to go through each one of them, and one of them you like. You might even do quite a few different duels just to kind of get the hang of it. And that's about it. Once you get that done, you're going to be able to go to the deck maker, and you're going to have access to all these different cards that all these decks had that you started with, all the starter decks and whatnot, and then you can start making all sorts of different things. And then from there, the deck maker's pretty nice. Gives you a list of all your cards here. You can search by my Avatar The Last Airbender kind of cards. You know, are you looking for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards only? Pretty easy card maker. And then you just click the cards you want. It puts it on over here. It even has an entire little situation that shows you what kind of situation you got going on with your sorcery, instants, creatures, everything. I really like this. I thought this was pretty cool. I like making decks in real life, and then being able to just do this real quick makes things like really nice. You've got your card sleeves, avatars that you can pick. These are going to kind of be the things you buy, companions and whatnot. For while you're playing against people, you can do things with these. Sit there and kind of like spin this around. So that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed the deck making. I enjoy how the cards work. I enjoy how you unlock the cards. So let's say I wanted a card that I didn't have. So let's go over to the Final Fantasy. and go to not collect it. Well, I know I've been looking for a mythic rare of Cloud or Lightning. So if I wanted to make one of these, you just click it, right click it, and then you can use a wild card to make these. So for people that are kind of worried about, oh, I don't want to get into another game where I'm going to have to pull and hope that I get the card I want, it's just going to take me forever. I'm going to sink a bunch of money into it. Not really what happens with this. Instead, what they have going on is, I was really surprised by what they did. So right when you start the game, you're going to have access to a whole bunch of packs that you open for free. So you're going to get a lot of free cards. Once you open those packs, you can go and start buying them again if you want to. And how they do this is, if you want to just buy normal packs, you can. And for a little bit more, you can guarantee to get the mythic rare creatures and whatnot. Which it's kind of better to pull on the normals. That way you get a mixture of everything. And then over here, every time you pull on a pack, it builds you up to a golden pack. And the golden pack is going to be filled with 6 rares. And a lot of times I've seen like 2, 3, maybe even 4 mythic rares. So pretty nice that they do that. Other thing they do here is every time you do pull on packs, you're just going to get wild cards. So in this game, instead of saying, hey, go pull on like 50 packs, don't get what you want, and then go pull again, and then go pull again because we want all your money, they just go, hey, do what you want. We're going to give you wild cards. Randomly, when you're pulling, it'll be a wild card too, and then you can just get whatever you want. So in this case, I could pretty much make an entire deck based off of some wild cards that I pulled. And they're going to give you some of these too, and you can buy them as well. So you never really sitting there pulling on thousands of cards, hoping that you get that 1% chance drop. That's just for alternate arts, and there is a lot of alternate art for things, and they get pretty crazy and they get pretty cool. Most likely you'll end up wanting some of them, so they give you a reason for people that do want to pull on these a lot to go try to do it and whatnot. So like in this case, let's look for alternate art for something that's kind of cool here. It's like the cloud ones right here. If I wanted this alternate art, it's going to cost me. And then some of these alternate arts I noticed you can't even grab. So like let me see, like this one right here. Yeah, not even purchasable. This is something most likely it was only available during the event. I'm not sure, but I know some of them are. And pretty cool. I mean, it makes it so that you want to do the events. So in this case, there was a lot of cards and a lot of mastery that you do. Little battle pass that they have, just like every other game. And you got to spend orbs here. And with these orbs, we were able to get a lot of different little looks. Like that's how I got the little Captain America shield and everything. A lot of cool things. That's just kind of like how the game goes. We're gonna show everybody just what you're getting into if you get on it, and what happens once you unlock everything and you start making your decks. You're gonna have access to all the different kind of play styles. You even have a bot that you can go against to test your decks. The timeless play and whatnot, these are gonna let you just kind of do whatever you want. You can use any kind of card possible. The rest of these have different rulings, which is very nice. That way you're not gonna run into everybody just running the same infinite combo all the time, just pulling that off. Instead, you're gonna find people just finding things in standard, that infinite combo. And then you also have your rank that you're gonna be doing. For people that have played Magic before, they have competitive brawl, so you can do your brawl decks. And they also have just normal brawls. Standard brawls and brawls for your friends and whatnot. Brawls are great, where you're going to just pick a commander, which is pretty much a legendary creature. Take their color scheme from the top right there, and you're just going to make an entire deck out of it. And it's really fun to go through 100 different cards and kind of pick everything that kind of synergizes with your commander. And do that. So they have all the different gameplay styles. Just highly recommend. Figured I'd let people know that just in case you're bored of some of the other games you've been playing. And you can jump on here. They got all the different kind of events you can kind of think of. Some stuff that's kind of only in Magic the Gathering Arena, and some stuff that you're kind of used to. So things that you might be used to in real life. They have a draft here. It's going to be where you go through and you pick one of each little card out of a little pack, you and a group of people, and then you're going to duel people with those packs that you make. You're going to make a little deck, and then you can win the actual in-game currency for it, so that's awesome. It costs currency to buy in. It's just kind of like real life. It's like, hey, did you want to go in and do some games with the draft, and you're going to get to keep the cards. That's how it's going to work. So just like right here, you'll see like one card at a time from different packs. The cards will be added to your collection, and you'll use them plus the basic lands to build a 40-card deck and play a best of 3 games against people. So in this case, if I use the draft token, I'd get to go through, grab a whole bunch of cards, and honestly, a lot of times you're going to want to do this, and it's going to be how you make your decks. You're not going to really go pull on packs from the store. You're going to do these kind of events. It's going to be really craft a lot of cards for you. You're going to get a whole bunch of cards from it, and you're going to get currency so you can do whatever you want in the game. One thing for people that might be kind of worried about going against real people, that might be drafting, you're not really sure how to do that kind of thing. The jump into events. They have a jump into where you're going to get all the different kind of cards. And as you see here, I kind of picked one called Discard and then Mice. This was 2 different kind of decks, and it gives you 20 cards of each and makes a 40-card deck out of it. So I've got some dragons in here, then you get some mice. And if you take a look, you keep these cards, and they're really nice. Like if I was making a mouse deck, this is a really powerful card that you want to get in it. So you'd want to do these first before you decide to craft cards to see what you get out of these events. In this case, like this guy gives you double strike and trample and can make 2 of them. For people that played Magic, it's great. It's really good. You can do it every single round. The jump-in events are the same exact thing for the Marvel. So let's say you want to get a bunch of Marvel cards right now. You just jump into Marvel. You're going to get a couple of rares if you do well on your 3 wins. And then you're going to pick 2 different packs of cards. And you're going to get to keep all those cards. They have a really easy way for you to jump in and do kind of whatever you want for the day. Every single day when you jump on, they have things for you to do like questing. It goes with the battle pass. And then they also have XP you're going to gain. It's going to unlock other cards for you. So highly recommend to just get on, play the game and have fun. See what cards you unlock, and then you'll be able to start making some crazy decks. The guy just got on and played for a little bit, and then was able to unlock all sorts of different heroes from different situations. Like we got She-Hulk and everything, Agent Phil Coulson. I mean, some mythic rares from just the events. Got 2 of them, 2 of her. Iron Man armor. So you get all sorts of cool stuff by just playing the game. Got the Storm Wind Rider and the alt art. All came from just playing the game. No buying anything. Just completely just playing. Alright, so that's how that goes. And then after this next video I'll just put up it's kind of the decks I've been working on, whatnot. But yeah, something fun for when people are kind of bored.